The man tied his wife to a deserted island. He planned to leave his wife behind and go back to work, but his wife thought he was cheating. Looking at her husband leaving, she calmly picked up the survival tools, because she had expected it and had already made some tricks on the speedboat. With a loud bang, the man fell into the sea, and his wife had been collecting materials in the jungle to make a bow and arrows, prepared to hunt this ruthless scum. After the man came ashore, he wanted to apologize to his wife, but what he received in response was a sharp arrow, and he realized that his wife was serious. Soon, the next arrow shot over again. The man quickly hid behind a big tree. He picked up a coconut and threw it hard. He took the opportunity of the coconut being broken to escape, but his wife immediately turned into a Valkyrie, stepping on the stone and leaping into the air while shooting a deadly tracking arrow. At the critical moment, the man cleverly picked up a stick to block the arrow. Not to be outdone, he sneaked up behind his wife while she wasn't paying attention. To the man's surprise, he stepped on a trap. His scream woke his wife, but just then footsteps were heard. His wife dropped her stick and ran away. When the man looked up, he saw the cannibals rushing towards him. In panic, he swung his hands and feet wildly and almost escaped by swinging on a vine. Meanwhile, his wife was also chased by the cannibals. Finally, she stumbled into their lair. Just as she was about to be surrounded, a big hand stretched out from the cave and pulled her in. She found that it was her husband, so they put their conflict on hold and decided to run away together. However, before they got far, they were hit by the cannibals' tranquilizer dart, but the chief didn't intend to eat them. The wife was tied to a stake and prepared as a sacrifice to the god of fire. The husband was thrown into a canoe and offered to the god of water. Soon, the canoe drifted towards the waterfall. The man used all his strength to grab a rock and successfully escape. He disguised himself as a cannibal, sneaked into their team, seized the opportunity to rush forward and knock the chief to the ground. He kicked the fire around the stake, picked up his wife, and ran away. The two jumped from the cliff into the water. The man pulled his wife to the beach, found a canoe, and successfully escaped from the deserted island.